Hello everyone. Today in this class we will discuss Ripametsky, no-evangel condensation and application of Tiedemann condensation. In Ripametsky reaction, in this reaction, an alpha haloester, usually an alpha bromo ester, R and zinc in dry benzene is heated under reflex when zinc dissolves. Zinc may be activated by adding traces of iodine, mercury bromide or copper powder. When the mixture is heated with ice-cold dilute sulfuric acid and benzene layer separated, benzene is distillated off when beta hydroxy ester is obtained. So let's see the reaction. In this mechanism, at first zinc, this one zinc, and alpha, this is alpha position clean group, alpha bromo ester react to form an organo zinc intermediate in presence of anhydrous benzene. We are reflexing here. Then this one added to the carbonyl moiety, carbonyl group of aldehyde and ketone. Subsequent hydrolysis gives beta hydroxy ester. This is alpha, this is beta hydroxy ester. The formation and the reaction of organo-zinc compound are similar to the Grignard reagent. The beta hydroxy product is generally dehydrated to alpha beta. It is generally dehydrated to alpha beta unsaturated ester. The advantage of using zinc in place of magnesium is that organo-zinc compounds are less reactive than organo-magnesium derivatives of alpha bromo ester, so that they do not normally react with their own ester group. So this is very good example. However, it cannot add to sterically hindered carbonyl compound with two highly substituted ketone. In such case, it reacts purports with its own ester group producing beta keto ester. So Ripametsky reactions is the best proceed with aldehyde, methyl ketone and cyclic ketones. Reactivity order of the alpha haloesters is ido, then bromo, then last chloro. The beta and gamma halogen esters are much less reactive. Remember girls, beta and gamma haloesters are much less reactive. However, gamma bromo protonic esters being a vinyl logo of alpha halogeno ester, in which it is much more reactive. Alpha halono ester is much more reactive. Now we will discuss about the application also. In this there is one group, thiazine group is there, CHO moiety, alpha bromo ester, derivative of the thiophene. Then nitrile group, again it gives you beta keto ester. Now girls, we will discuss about the no-evangel reaction. In no-evangel reaction, what is there? The condensation of aldehyde and ketone with compounds having active methylene group in presence of basic catalyst to form alpha beta unsaturated compounds is called no-evangel reaction. The basic catalyst may be ammonia or its derivatives, thus primary, secondary and tertiary. Remember girls, primary, secondary and tertiary. Aniline, for example, amines, for example, aniline, di or trialkyl amine, dry or trialkyl amine, pyridine, piperidine are used. Okay. Now let's see the another example also. Before proceeding this one, in the presence of pyridine and piperidine, malonic ester, benzaldehyde react to form the cinnamic acid. This one is cinnamic acid. In no eventual reaction, condensation of aldehyde and ketones with compounds having active methylene group in the presence of basic catalyst to form alpha beta unsaturated compound. This one is alpha beta unsaturated compound. To form this compound is known as no eventual reaction. The basic catalyst, as I already told you, may be ammonia or its derivative. Let's see the mechanism. The initial state of the reaction is base catalyzed aldol condensation with subsequent dehydration. In first step, the base removes a proton from active methylene group to generate a carbanion. The carbanion then attacks the carbonyl carbon CO group of the substrate to form an alkoxide ion, which abstracts the proton from the protonated catalyst to form a hydroxy compound. This one is a hydroxy compound. This one is alpha, this is beta. Subsequent dehydration gives alpha beta unsaturated acid, or we can say alpha beta unsaturated compound, which is hydrolyzed and decarboxylated to obtain alpha beta unsaturated acid. This reaction with an malonic ester, this one is malonic ester, as it is shown in this mechanism. High reactivity of the methylene group of the active methylene compound prevents self-condensation of the aldehyde, both aromatic and aliphatic. Aldehyde gives the reaction. For steric and electronic reasons, ketones are less reactive than aldehyde. Hence, ketone reacts with compounds having powerful active methylene group only. For example, ethyl acetoacetate, cyanoacetic acid, and its ester, but not usually with malonic ester, for which stronger base have to be used. The intermediate unsaturated product formed during the course of the reaction with aldehyde tends further to undergo Michael reaction easily in the presence of excess of active methylene compound. The Michael condensation product may be hydrolyzed and decarboxylate to obtain dibasic acid. Let's see. So in this steric and electronic reason, ketones are less reactive than aldehyde. This is the example. And in this example, it gives 3-methylene butyric acid and 3-methylene protonic acid. Now we will discuss about the application of Nobel reaction. Various alpha-beta unsaturated acids such as protonic, cinnamic, fumaric, and beta-piperonil acrylic acids can be prepared. For example, this is the malonic ester. This is ethanol. In presence of piperidine and pyridine, it gives protonic acid after hydrolysis. Then similar way, we are taking the benzaldehyde, it gives cinnamic acid. Write down the mechanism also. This is an example of glycoxylic acid with malonic ester. It gives malic acid. Remember, this is malic acid. And propirenol is in presence of malonic ester and pyridine. It gives beta-piperonil acrylic acid. These are some applications. In similar way, by using aldehyde with active methylene compound 1:2 ratio, molar proportion ratio, various diabatic acids and diketones can be prepared. This is again example NALDI group, malonic esters, pyridine, and active methylene compounds are there. In presence of acidic hydrolysis, it gives 3-alkyl glutaric acid. In presence of ketonic hydrolysis, it gives 4-alkyl heptane 2,6-dione. So, two different products are there, and conditions are different: acidic hydrolysis and ketonic hydrolysis. The next example is cyclic compounds may be prepared from suitably selected compounds having one active hydrogen. The reaction proceeds up to aldol stage, and then aldol is cyclized to paraconic acid. So write down this reaction in your notebook, and we will discuss completely its this one mechanism and all. Thank you to all. Now next we will discuss Dieckmann application. In Dieckmann application, as already told you in the class, synthesis of steroid, preparation of heterocyclic ketoester. We have already completed the mechanism of piperidone derivative, thiophene derivative. Do yourself. We have already done in the class. Extension of reaction, that is intramolecular condensation between two acid esters have been affected to obtain different products. Cyclopentane 1,2-dione, and then synthesis of camphoric acid. Camphoric acid is very important. In this way we can elucidate the structure of camphoric acid also. Oxalic acid esters react with 3,3-dimethyl mutaric acid esters. In presence of sodium methoxide, it gives dialkyl diketone apocamphorate, and in presence of sodium base as methyl iodide, the reaction in this reaction we find out that it is dialkyl diketocamphorate. Then several steps goes on, and later on you will get camphoric acid. Ziegler applied Dieckmann reaction of an dinitriles to obtain large ring size rings using lithium ethyl anilide and high dilution technique. In this way, after reaction mechanism, we will get the keto larger ring size groups. Thank you to all. So today we have discussed about the Reformatsky, Novencial and application of Dieckmann condensation. Thank you.